My name's Guy Kestevan. I've been a professional bike and kit tester for 25 years, and as you know at the moment, the channel's being sponsored by Giro Cycling UK, and they've just sent me a bunch of new kit to get me through autumn, winter and spring. So starting off with the Stow Jacket, part of the H2O series, so fully waterproof, it's seam sealed on the inside, it's a 2.5 layer fabric, so get up close, you can see, hopefully there's a little printed detail on the inside, and that's what helps spread the moisture out inside, makes it more breathable. So breathability rate of 15k and a hydrostatic head of 15k as well. So yeah, reasonable. I'll place that as reasonable. You're hopefully not going to sweat too much, and it should keep the rain out for a reasonable amount of time as well. You've got little vents across the yoke there, just under a little flap. Mesh vent to help with the breathability, and then it's got a DWR coating on top as well to help shrug off the rain. And I had a DWR jacket from Giro that I actually wore a lot last year when I was doing a lot of the Cycling UK videos, and yeah, it actually performed a lot better than I was expecting. I'm a bit of a numbers geek, and I didn't think the numbers sounded that great on it, but wore it a lot, stayed comfortable, stayed warm. That's all you can really ask for on a big day out. Going back to this jacket, helping keep it warm, you've got a nice microfiber collar on there, a little bit of a zip guard for your beard if you're running a facial adornment like I am at the moment, and then you've got 2 hand pockets at the front, both zipped, and they will give you a bit of ventilation as well. And then the cuffs just elasticated on the back with a little cowl over the hand. So lightweight, packable, and the draw cords on the hem are actually arranged so they can strap round and kind of make it into a little handlebar bag in its own sense for easy storage. And this is currently $95.99, so 20% off, down from $119.99. And one thing I haven't said, just small reflective details, not a massive amount of reflectivity. A little Giro logo on the back there to get you seen by traffic, and it's a casual rather than super tight cut. Next up, and then this is the men's Ambient jacket, again $95.99, down from $119.99 at the moment, and it's a soft shell, but it's actually got a waterproof and breathable membrane in there, so 10k waterproofing, 10k breathability. And it's not taped or seam sealed, so expect to get a little bit of water through there, but you've got a really nice fleecy material on the inside, which not only helps the wicking but obviously gives you more thermal kind of comfort as well. And you've got some little laser perforations under the armpit there to add a bit of aircon, and if you just look all the way through, it's just a really neat multi-panel cut. And then you've got 2 hand warmer pockets, again nice and fleecy on the inside to warm your hands up quickly, and they'll obviously hold your essentials as well, and 2 little tabs on the back for reflectivity, and another little reflective Giro detail down there. And also you've got a nice sub sleeve on there, so a lycra inner sleeve to create a nice warm junction up to your gloves. And as you can see, it's relative. I mean, they describe it as a casual cut, but by a lot of brands, this is actually quite an athletic, close-fitting cut. And you've got a nice drop tail on it there, so a bit of coverage down the back. And like I say, those generous length sleeves with that inner cuff on there, giving a bit more sealing. And the helmet and the hood is big enough to take a helmet underneath, so plenty of weather protection on that. And I've actually worn the black one already. I think it was in the Canyon Spectral video. So yeah, really warm. I mean, that was a fairly gentle ride, so didn't struggle with steaming up on that. But obviously, I'll come back with full tests on all this kit when I've had more time in them, run them through a full range of weather. But I just thought I'd talk you through them now before you see them starting to appear in videos. And then you've got the flagship piece of the Giro Cycling range. This is the Chrono Pro Neo Shell jacket. So as the name suggests, it's Polartec Neo Shell. So properly expensive kind of. It's a very unique fabric. This it is fully waterproof, but it feels and performs very like a soft shell. So the waterproofing isn't actually super high. It's a 10,000 hydrostatic head waterproofing, and you will get it. It kind of wets out. I mean, there's a DWR coating on it when it's new, but it wets out relatively quickly. But you don't need to be hotter inside it than outside to start pushing that sweat and that moisture through. So it's a really weird feel when you start riding. I have ridden other Neoshell jackets, and I've ridden this as well in fairly kind of nasty, wet, windy day. And the key thing about it is it doesn't do that thing that most shells do, where for the first half an hour ride you're building up heat and suddenly go, oh, I'm wearing too much, I'm really, really sweating. It actually stays really cool and it almost feels like it isn't that windproof, but it's just the fact that your body is already pushing heat and moisture out through it before you've even started overheating. So you hit that kind of balance of comfort and temperature regulation really, really early on. So one, it was a very thin base layer underneath and super comfortable, and even when it was properly wet, it was just, yeah, it was shrugged off. The DWRs, you know, it hasn't been through the wash yet, so the DWR is still shrugging off water really, really well. You've got, in terms of features, you've got seam welding on it there to keep it fully waterproof, and then inside, you can say it's a really soft kind of almost velvety feel on it, and it's quite a thin fabric, and you can feel there's some decent stretch to it, and it's really quiet as well. It's lovely to wear, even against bare skin. So if you've got a short sleeve jersey on or a base layer underneath, that's really, you know, it's really comfortable. It's not clammy and cold like a conventional hard shell. You've got a nice kind of structured collar on there, fully reflective detailing, and that even works if you flip it upside down. You've got detailing on the inside as well. Zip guard, a full zip liner all the way down behind it, and then if you look, what's interesting, I'll bring that a bit up a bit closer, so it's open and then going into the baffle, so you're not kind of fighting against extra layers of fabric when you're trying to do this up on the fly. Again, nice long structured cuff on there, slightly cowled with a pair of little reflective detailing, and then you've got a big Scotch Light strip up the back, super reflective material right up the lower spine of the jacket. But what you will see is, although it's called a Chrono Pro jacket, which makes it sound like a real roadie jacket, it hasn't got those traditional back pockets you might expect from a road jumper or road jacket. All you've got is a zipped chest pocket there, which works really well for a phone or your valuables and stuff, but I can see some people looking at the name and kind of expecting a row of standard pockets behind it. And to be honest, first time I wore it, I reached around the back and I was like, oh, weird, no pockets. So, but obviously more cargo shorts and cargo tights are coming through now. And if you're wearing it over a jersey, you've got that storage underneath. But actually, because it's kind of a close casual fit, it's not super skin tight, and you haven't got those weird pockets around the back, it makes it a really, really versatile kind of outdoor active jacket. And it means you can wear it with a bum bag if you're riding gravel or mountain bike as well. So I can see this getting a ton of use this winter, just based on that first ride and the performance. One thing I would say, it's a little heavy. Neoshell is a little heavy and a little bulky compared to a super light shell. So it probably is a jacket that you're going to want to keep on for the full ride, but then that's when you'll really benefit from the performance of that Neoshell fabric. And the other thing, Neoshell is expensive, but again, this jacket is cheaper than it was, so it's $199 rather than $249.99. And considering the level of features on it, that's actually a really, really good price for a Neoshell jacket. So in terms of performance, in terms of fabric, bit of a bargain. And then, final piece coming up, I was talking about bib tights with cargo pockets in. So delighted to say, come on, I'm running out of memory. And these are the Chrono Expert Thermal Bib Tights. Have a full set of pockets there in mesh across the back. So they're effectively a cargo bib tight, and having got on really, really well with this pad, riding a lot of miles over the summer. Really delighted they've got an elastic interface pad in there. Really got on well with that pad. In the Giro bibs I've been wearing all summer, and then thinner on the back for maximum mobility. And again, just a slightly different fabric on the seat there, just to keep it close fitting. They've gone into some interesting details with the cuff here, the way it kind of spirals around the knee. It's pre-cut there, and then tapers down on the lower leg, and you've got a zip on there for the ankle cuff to bring that in nice and tight, and then a little silicone gripper right on the hem to keep everything snug against your ankles. And because it's a sort of Roubaix stretchy fabric, that should be a really good non-restrictive but comfy fit, because I tend to really struggle with although it's a great idea, and if it works for you, brilliant, I tend to really struggle with tights that have kind of windproofed or even waterproof panels, because my legs are a funny shape, because I tend to stand up on the bike a lot. My calves are a lot bigger proportionally than my thighs, so my legs basically fit like they're the wrong way up, and I really struggle with getting more structured, less stretchy tights to stay up. So, like I say, literally just fresh out the packet, but for anything like the Giro bib shorts, that should make for a very comfortable and well-fitting winter set of tights. And those winter tights are down to $103.99 from $129.99. So again, that's a 20% saving. And if you go on giro.co.uk, you'll see those savings right across the board. So now is a very good time to jump in and get yourself some winter kit from Giro Cycling. But like I say, I'll be bringing you a full updated list of tests on each of these individual garments, and they've also sent me some gloves, and there's some winter mountain bike clothing as well. So I'll be running all the way through those. If you've seen, I just put the latch shoes up there. I'm going to be running through all the Giro kit I've been using, as well as kit from, I've got fresh kit from Endura, you've seen the kit from PMW as well, and I've got more stuff coming in from Scott and others. So hopefully covering as much winter kit as I can on the channel. But for now, massive thanks to Giro Cycling for sending that kit in. Thanks to them for sponsoring the channel. Thanks to PTs, thanks to Crud as well. Massive thanks to my Patreon supporters for pledging to the channel on a monthly basis, and that helps me invest more time in the channel creating these videos, and also means I can buy kit like the new media mod I'm using tonight, which hopefully means the sound will be a bit clearer, because it's got a nice big directional microphone on there now. So yeah, if you like what I'm doing and you want to see the channel grow, then please consider supporting me on a monthly basis on Patreon. But click for notifications, click for subscriptions, give this a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't, tell me what you'd like to see improved, and get your mates involved. Tell them to start watching the channel and spread the word as well, and we can grow the channel and get even more kit on here. But for now, I've been Guy Kestevan on GuyKest TV, talking about the new winter clothing from Giro Cycling that I'll be wearing on the channel in the upcoming months. Thank you very much.